This is an 80 horsepower electric dirt bike, and on this electric dirt bike I have the ability to choose whatever power setting I want, from a measly 10 horsepower all the way up to an arm stretching, brain melting 80 horsepower. But that begs the question, which power mode is best, which is the most effective, and which power setting will actually propel me to the fastest lap time? Will outright power win the war today, or will a more manageable machine be more effective? I'm going to ride this bike in every power mode, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80 to find out which is best for me. Get the stopwatch ready, let's do this. Strap yourselves in because things are going to get a little wild later on in the video. This video has been sponsored by our friends at Insta360. As you can see, I'm using the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 on my head and on my chest today to capture all of the riding action. It's got a replaceable lens guard that you can switch out if you get roosted. There's a wind guard as well for awesome audio, and these cameras have flow state stabilization, so the footage is silky smooth and awesome to watch. I'm also using the Insta360 X5 here, which we've got on the front number board for the look back shots. This is key for a video like this. It really gives some awesome footage that you couldn't film any other way. As always, a big thank you goes to Insta360 for supporting what we do. I've left our affiliate link to their website in the description down below. Check that out for more. Okay, so let's just set my power modes for this test. Power mode 1, I'm going to set it all the way down to 10. I'll keep regen braking off for all of them. Power mode 5, 50. Saved. Okay, here we go. Starting out, 10 horsepower. Not done a sighting lap yet, because who needs one at 10 horsepower? Oh, that's flat out. Oh, this is going to be a horrible lap. It's flat out everywhere, isn't it? Woohoo! Hard on the brakes, yeah, buddy. Okay, so we've done quite a lot of testing on the start, and we've never really gone higher. There's 60 horsepower. I was always under the belief that the higher power modes just aren't that effective, aren't that usable. So we've never really gone higher than 60. But I'll find out if my theories are true today, I guess. I have also heard the rumour that Stark have purposely made that top power mode, that 80 horsepower mode, absolutely unusable as a bit of a marketing gimmick, really. Is that you put the bike in 80, you ride it, and it's absolutely insane, it's wild, and then you go down to the pub or at the track and you tell all your friends just how crazy fast your electric bike is. It's a useful little marketing gimmick, really, isn't it, I guess? But we'll find out today if it is usable or if it's just a bit lethal. Yeah, flat out! Oh, big heavy landing there. Yes, oh god, the suspension doesn't work too well at these lower speeds. Proper hard pack for me today, which is lovely, lovely. That'll be very nice with 80 ponies, won't it? And there we go. That's 10 horsepower complete. So that's 10 horsepower complete. I guess we just call that a sighting lap, can't we? I had the throttle pretty much twisted fully the whole way around. There's not much to say about it. Let's bump it up. We'll go to 20 horsepower now. Mode 2, 20 horsepower. Let's see the difference. 207.88 was what I did on 10 horsepower. So that's the benchmark. But I'm going to have to try and beat today. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. 207 you said. Hitting the track, 20 horsepower, mode 2. Let's see if I can start doing some jumps. I don't think I will quite yet, but we'll find out. Oh, no, that's better. Yeah, it's feeling much better already, actually. Crazy what 10 horsepower can do, isn't it? Woohoo! This is strange, hitting the jumps at completely different power modes, because I'm not sure how fast I need to be hitting them. I'm just hitting everything flash out because that's what I did in 10. Oh, I nearly lost the front there. Come on! It just felt like a semi-decent lap in the corners and such. It's just those faster straights where it's going to be absolutely strangled, isn't it? At 10 I felt like I couldn't even do the corners. Oh. So that's my second lap done at 20 horsepower. That felt like a much more effective lap. I could actually hit most of the jumps fairly comfortably. It's crazy what 10 horsepower difference makes. It's going to be interesting as we go up now, because I've been hitting these jumps flat out pretty much, so I'm going to have to start regulating my throttle hand now to make sure I don't overshoot these jumps. So yeah, we're getting into some usable power now. This might not be the best way to do this. I should probably be doing sight laps, warm-up laps at each power mode, but I'm just nervous on battery life. I don't think I've got the battery life to do that comfortably, so I'm just going straight into the laps basically. And here we go, 30 HP. And I'm concentrating now. As we move up the power rankings, we're going to have to concentrate more and more to make sure I don't screw it up. Back end slipping a bit there. Whoa. We're starting to feel the limitations of grip now that we've gone up the power modes. I'm harder on the brakes, obviously harder on the throttle as well. And we're starting to feel how dry the track truly is. Felt grippy at 10 and 20. Doesn't feel grippy anymore. Oh, power slide! That would have gone disastrously wrong. At 50 or 60, I think. Let alone 80. Not a perfect lap, but still felt pretty good. Okay, so that's lap 3 done, 30 horsepower. We're really leveling up now. This is going to start getting scary pretty soon, I think, because that felt like a genuinely fast lap. I'm not going to reveal the lap times to myself until the very end. I know what I started at, 2:07 something, so I know that's the time to beat, but I'm going to keep myself in the dark until I've done all of the laps. But that was considerably quicker than 20, that's for sure. I feel like I can attack the track now. I felt the limitations in grip. I'm obviously going faster, braking harder, and then cracking the throttle when it's laying down the power a lot harder as well. So I felt the bike dancing around a bit. There was a bit over there, you probably heard me scream, where it really stepped out, which could have got a bit crazy if I had more horsepower to play with, which I do. So I'm going to level up now to 40 HP. But first, I'm going to get changed. O'Neill have just released their brand new Prodigy kit for 2026. There's a bunch of different colourways. You'll see me wearing some of them in this video, so be sure to check them out if you're wanting to grab some new kit for the new race season. As always, a big thank you goes to O'Neill for supporting what we do. Here we go then, 4th lap. This is where things are going to start getting hairy in terms of grip, I think. Oh, that feels significantly quicker now! I'm going to be using the same lines on every bike or every power. Woohoo! I'm trying not to get too overzealous with it, which is easier said than done now that we're rocking and rolling with some proper power. Oh god. Oh wow, that was sketch McGee. This could get naughty. Back end stepped out massive there. Oh, that's actually scared me. Ah! Starting to get a little naughty out there, back end stepping out in some places like this bit here, which is pretty damn fast out of that corner. That was a bit sketch. So there, yeah, I'm going to have to start trying to be a bit more sensible now that we're getting up into these higher numbers. Really got to just calm myself down a little bit. Those earlier power settings, I could really hang it out and have no fear about the bike biting back. I can't say that anymore, can I? The bike is ready to bite back at any moment, so I'm gonna have to start calming things down and try and ride a little bit more sensibly, more like I'm riding a big 450, and respect it a little more, I think. Oh god, that's some wheel spin already there. So I'm about to start my 5th lap here at 50 horsepower. Now this is normally where I would have the stock set, it's about 50 horsepower. So let's see if this is my best lap, the most optimal. Let's go for it. Had some sketchy moments on the last lap, so I just want to try and clean it up a bit as well. I don't want the laps. Whoa! That power comes in so much more aggressively now. Oh, the bike feels happier at this kind of power as well. Performing better all round, I would say. Oh, oh, it takes a bit more energy now to tame the beast. Woo! That was super sketchy. I'm gonna lie, that was almost a big old crash there. Hopefully you got that on camera. That's given me a reality check, hasn't it? Oh man. Oh, that was scary. Oh wow. Things are getting scary out there. Please tell me you got that bit. Yeah, that bit where I nearly pooed myself. What happened there was I'm now riding or reaching much higher speeds, and I'm coming into these slippery turns so much faster than I was earlier. So then I'm coming up to these corners panicking a little bit and just grabbing fistfuls of brake. Got a handbrake on this bike, and I think that's what happened there. Too much brake. Just lost traction completely. That was scary. Almost went down. I need to start getting sensible now. That was only 50 and we've still got 30 more horsepower to go. So let's do it. It might start getting dicey now. Okay, so I'm just setting the next 3 power modes. There's only 5 power modes available on the Switch. So I've done 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now I need to do 60, 70, 80. So although power mode 1 will be 60... no regen. Power mode 2 will be 70, no regen. Power mode 3 will be 80, no regen. Save. Ready to rock and roll. Wish me luck. I'm in mode 1, which we know is now 60 horsepower. I'll try and make this a nice, clean, calm sensible lap, but things might start getting naughty. Because just look at the state of the track. No grip whatsoever. Here we go, 60 horsepower. Oh, hey! She's quick. He jumped off the track there. Oh, with OJ in, get some over jumps in. Natural speed with no regen. Quite like that. Easy, easy, easy. Go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Easy down here. Oh, this bit of grip round there. It's the sketchiest part of the track. That speed. I'm really concentrating now. Hard. Oh. Not much talking going on. I do not want to end up on my arse. Focus in. Oh, this is a fight now. It's like riding a wild stallion. Oh my god. Oh god. He snapped my neck. Oh god, whiplash. Oh, I think I might need to see the chiropractor after that one. Just lost a bit of grip and then smashed that rock hard rut there, and oh god, you saw. I just lost focus a little bit. I was thinking about this next jump and if anyone was on track in front of me. No excuses though, I need to focus up. So I think for the next 2 laps I'm not going to do much talking. I think I really need to focus, because 60 was a bit sketch in places. The first half of the lap felt decent. Second half, back end started stepping out, so need to regulate the old throttle hand now. Be interesting to see how the gaps change as we go up through the different power modes, and if it actually tails off as we hit these big numbers here, these big horsepower numbers. Yeah, so that's 60. Up next, the 70. I'm going to make one final gear change for the day to try out my third set of Prodigy from O'Neill. So I'm going to do that before I do the final 2 laps at 70 and 80. I'm actually a little bit nervous, to be honest. We'll get to those kind of speeds where I can't really even use all the full power around this track without worrying about losing grip or not stopping for the turns. Oh man, she's quick. Scary fast power now.
It was at this point in the day that I realised I truly needed to concentrate. So I stopped chatting so much on board the bike. My full focus was on surviving the lap, surviving the ride at these high horsepower modes. Then after those close calls at 50 and at 60, I was determined to get a clean lap in here at 70 horsepower before the 8th and final lap of the day. And it's been a pretty nice and clean lap so far, I would say. That's 70 horsepower. We're about to cross the finish line here. There we are.
Penultimate lap complete, 70 horsepower. Did not do much talking there, did I? I was holding on for dear life and just really concentrating. That being said, it felt like a pretty clean lap. Not too many mistakes, I don't think. Is that because I'm not now using all the power available to me because I'm being a bit too cautious? Maybe. I was being very sensible coming out some of these slicker turns, like through here, obviously where I've had the mistakes before. So am I not using all of the power now that I've got available in these conditions? Obviously not optimal conditions for high horsepower today, so it's interesting. I definitely wouldn't really want to do more than one lap at a time at these power modes, that's for sure. Mode 3, 80 horsepower. We're going to use all the beans that the bike has available to it. Wish me luck. Hopefully this goes well. Oh, she feels feisty now. 80 horsepower. All the ponies available from the Wolf. The start Varg. Wish me luck. I'm going to focus.
The clock is on for the 8th and final lap of the day here. We are at 80 horsepower. There's no other dirt bike in the world that claims these kind of numbers. And as we watch this final lap, I'm interested to hear about your predictions, guys. Which lap do you think will be quickest? Which lap do you think has looked fastest so far? And will the lap we are watching right now be able to jump straight to the top of the leaderboard here today? So far, so good at 80 HP. It looks to have been a fairly smooth lap so far. This truly took all of my concentration here, trying to hang on to the Wolf at full capacity.
Oh, wow. Breathtaking speed. Overshot.
We are over halfway through the lap now. A few mistakes started to creep in here.
Oh, what an animal. Ah! Oh my God. Right, land and a half there. Be careful around here. Sketchiest corner.
Just a few more turns to manoeuvre here on board the 80 horsepower start. Through the final chicane then.
I feel like I'm just tickling her.
And across the line we go.
Oh wow, we survived. Praise be, we survived the ride. That was scary there at the end. It really does feel like a wild animal with those high horsepower numbers. I was being very, very respectful of it there. Obviously not the ideal conditions to be trying to use 80 ponies. It'll be very interesting to see these lap times. Dad's downloading them now. It felt breathtakingly fast down the straights there. Just instant power. But could I use it? I overshot a couple of the bits. This bit in front of me here, I was nervous on the brakes because I had a moment there earlier. Coming out some of the corners, obviously I'm not as aggressive because I know the back end will light up. So it'll be interesting to see if that pure power A to B speed down the straights makes up for those moments where I'm being a little more cautious. So let's download the times, let's break them down, let's reveal the results. Okay, so that's 8 laps complete then. What can I say? Well, 80 horsepower was pretty damn terrifying. Really too much for anyone on a motocross track, especially a hard pack, slick, dusty track like today. Way too much. It was scary, I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous heading into those final probably 3 laps there, especially that last lap. Very scared. On the other end of the spectrum, 10 horsepower, also pretty unusable for any experienced rider. You're never going to use that. But what is cool is that I could chuck my friend Kitch on this bike, chuck it in 10 horsepower, throw him on a real motocross track and he'd be okay. Can't do that with the 125. You definitely can't do that with the 250F. They could bite him back quite easily, whereas this at 10 horsepower, it's pretty tame, it's pretty chill. But let's get to the results then. Let's have a look at the lap times. I don't know them yet, other than the first one at 10 horsepower was a 207.88. We knew that from the start. Then we go to 20 horsepower, like I said, huge jump to a 155.72. 12 seconds quicker between 10 and 20. And then we go to 30 horsepower, 151.69. So again, a big improvement, but nowhere near as big of a leap as it was between 10 and 20. Then we move to 40 horsepower, and this is very surprising. A 152.68. We've gone down, we've lost time at 40 horsepower. Is that going to be the trend, or did I just screw up that lap? We move on to 50 horsepower, and we've got a 152.12. So marginally quicker than the 40 horsepower lap time, but still not as quick as the 30 horsepower lap time. Move on to 60 now. So at 60 horsepower, we've done a 150.33. So I've gone quicker, I've gone 2 seconds quicker than the 50 horsepower lap time and 1 second quicker than the 30 horsepower lap time. So I've got double the power, but I've only gone 1 second quicker. We jump up to the 70 now. Am I going to go quicker again? The answer is no. We've gone a 151.75 at 70 horsepower. We've dropped more than a second there. Again, I was being way more tentative with the throttle. I was being more cautious on entry to the corners because I was carrying way more speed. This is the moment of truth then at 80. I've still not seen this lap time. We've said time and time again in our test with the start that we don't need 80. It's not effective. So we came back to make it a more usable bike. But we've never actually done the test. That's just been a theory up until this point. So let's find out if I've been right. 80 horsepower, a 150.18. So that is the fastest time of the day at 80 horsepower. So my theory was wrong. I was fastest with the most horsepower, but my God, I wouldn't want to do more than one lap with 80 horsepower. That was a scary lap, and it's only marginally quicker than 60 and only just over a second quicker than 30 horsepower. I know I could do a full moto at 30 horsepower and not get tired and not have any moments and not crash. I definitely couldn't do that at 80, but that surprised me. I thought we was going to have a bell curve, and we haven't. The lap times are a bit inconsistent, but the slowest was at 10 and the fastest was at 80. What does that tell you? Power is king today, even on a track like that. But I tell you what, it was a sketchy ride. I'm glad this one's over. Let me know if you've enjoyed that video. Let me know what other tests you want to see us do in the future. And don't forget to check out the Insta360 cameras, the X5 and the Ace Pro 2. Our affiliate link is in the description down below. Until next time, guys, my name's Max. I'll see you at the track.